Yo, it's official. Nicki Minaj has the balls that Drake wish he had. Drake out here filing lawsuits and all of that. Defamation over diss records. This is not what my culture is about. I don't care what you say. Potent Pondering. Come in, thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, hit all notifications so you know each and every time I do uploads. Yeah, I want to get into it because I'm going to walk you down memory lane. So listen, everything going on with Drake and Kendrick. Now all of a sudden Drake is feeling some sort of way because you know the popularity that Kendrick got off of their beef. Drake is a high profile rap artist, right? Come on. Drake is a high profile rap artist. So what do you think is going to happen? You diss one, it's going to draw some sort of attention. That's why some people don't get out there and do that. But listen, so Drake, he's filing this whole lawsuit against Universal, UMG, and then also with Spotify. UMG responded back and basically told him, like, listen, the people picked the music. They chose the music, right? Now, what I want to say that I find so funny about this, I want to bring y'all back to a certain time. I remember when I was living in upstate New York before I even moved to Houston, I sat in my car for an hour, and I promise you I heard God's Plan on the radio more than 4 times within an hour. So that's not Payola. That ain't Payola. You wasn't using Payola to influence or anything like that. Trust me, Drake, your background ain't squeaky clean. And I want to get into this. Listen, so I read this article today. It said Drake files second action against UMG alleging defamation over Kendrick Lamar's false song. All you trying to do is put it out there in the press to make it look like you ain't pressed, and we all know behind the scenes you depressed. Like, what is this really about, Drake? You really coming out here stunting? I want to say this to you, and then I'm gonna walk you down memory lane. You remember when Nicki Minaj and Remy Ma was beefing, and Nicki and Remy came out with all of these lies on Sheether? Because it's battle rap. Nicki is not P-U-S-S-Y. Drake, you P-U-S-S-Y. Even though all your money, all your glory that you got, you feel like you got to try to come and sully Kendrick's name during the release of his album? You are whack. You don't belong in my culture, in our culture. You don't belong here. I don't care what none of y'all say. I don't care how you feel viewing this video. Somebody told me they had to unsubscribe because they felt like I was feeling this. Do what suits you. Feel how you feel and heal how you heal. So Drake files a second lawsuit. So the new filing claims that UMG potentially funneled payments to iHeartRadio as a pay-to-play scheme, sheds new light on Blockbuster dispute. He feeling some sort of way. You mad because Kendrick got pressed? I want you to comment in the comments below, and I want you to tell me when God's Plan and One Dance and all of that was out, you couldn't avoid that on the radio. Was that a payment? Or are you just mad because this organic black man who's potent doing some that you wish you wrote and you can't write like him? You can't. I don't care how deep and what types of beats you get from the 6 and all of that. So anyway, Drake has launched a second bombshell legal action against Universal Group over Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. Press, they not like us. They not like pressed over it. All right, accusing the music giant of defamation and claiming it should have halted the release of falsely accusing him of being an intimate offender. Come on, Drake. You think Nicki stopped Sheether? No, she took it. You are P-U-S-S-Y, and I see why, and I hope all of y'all see why too. I can't stand him, yo. So listen, a day after the filing and action in New York accusing UMG of illegally boosting Lamar's track on Spotify, Drake's company leveled similar claims against Texas court regarding radio giant iHeartRadio. And the new filing, filed late Monday, it made public on Tuesday. It claims that UMG potentially funneled payments to iHeart as a part of a pay-to-play scheme to promote the song on radio. Then you got Funk Flex out here talking about, listen, and the way that Funk Flex was saying that he agrees with Drake and all of this and all of that and how pay-to-play is real. Yeah, it's real, but he ain't confirmed that it was about Kendrick. So Funk Flex, shut up. You like 60 years old. Let's be quiet. You're just trying to chime in. Like, listen, chime in on the ramen. Like, let's talk about that. Let's talk about Kendrick Project. All right. So that's that. But the filing also offers new details about Drake's grievances towards UMG, the label where he has spent his entire career. And in it, he says that they knew that Kendrick's song falsely accused him of being a certified pedo. Right. I mean, you have a history of talking to underage girls, allegedly. Huh? And since when you trying to micromanage? Ain't they trying to get it thrown out in the songs that you can't even use certain things as songs in the courts? And you got this biracial coming in the game and trying to make the rules change. Huh? How many other rappers you gonna have to go down and historically and go down and look at their diss records and see what they was talking about? From Tupac to Biggie to all types to Lil' Kim to Foxy. Huh? How many But it seemed like the women and the people of the yesteryear, they got more balls than Drake. I'm sick of him, right? So they said he falsely accused him of a pedo and predator, but chose to release it anyway. What you think you got? You have control? What you think you can micromanage and police people releases? You think you could police their releases? Man, listen. So UMG could have refused to release or distribute the song, or required that the offending material be edited or removed, Drake's lawyers wrote. This is all coming from Drake. The lawyer, this is how Drake feel. And this is that white-ish. This is that Caucasian, Caucasoid. This is that recessive genes. This is that bitter, don't want nobody black to be in a position. Yeah, it feels like that. It feels like that to me, and I don't care how you feel. The people who connect with this message will connect with it, and the ones who don't won't. All right? So, said that he could have edited out, but UMG chose the opposite. UMG designed, financed, and then executed a plan to turn Not Like Us into a viral mega hit. So what? It was Kendrick Lamar's choice. You dropped diss records. Didn't Drake do a video to one of his diss records? Why you feel some sort of way about it? Who cares if they financed it? I'm pretty sure that money came out Kendrick Lamar budget. What is wrong with you? Get up in your like a thong to do. Like, listen, so he said that he's mad because they turned it into a mega hit, and the intent of using the spectacle to harm Drake and his businesses to drive consumer hysteria and, of course, massive revenues. So what? This is what you're in the music business for. Diss him back. But you dissed him and nobody cared about it like that. Trust me, if you was on top of this in this, if you were the successor in this situation, you know what I'm saying? And first and foremost, I don't ever think that Kendrick was a formidable opponent, because let me tell you something, Drake. We was talking about at work, these black women. Drake, you like the soul. I know that you hang around all of these people. You done clinched the battle rap thinking that you clinching on the Smack DVD, clinching on the J Prince and all of them in Houston to have that black connection and all of that from being out in Canada dry. Huh? I always seen the why with you. You a culture vulture. You don't got that soul. It's something about Kendrick that you don't understand. What is it that they like? They like the messaging. That's what it is. It's something that you never will attain or never have. All right. So they said that he turned Not Like Us into UMG turned it into a viral hit, gaining massive revenues that they planned to succeeded. The plan succeeded, likely beyond UMG's wildest expectations. All right. So, like the New York filing on Monday, the new petition isn't quite a lawsuit. Instead, it's a so-called pre-action filing aimed at taking depositions from key figures of UMG and iHeartRadio in order to obtain more information that might support Drake's accusations in the future lawsuit. So he's trying to see, like, did you get paid? Didn't you get paid? Or whatever. Listen, first and foremost, Payola is illegal. And I'm pretty sure UMG knows better than that, and they would never get caught up in a situation like that. Like, let me tell you something, right? I don't know the end all be all, but it sounds like you just mad that the man thrived and that Not Like Us went crazy. It went crazy. Listen, let me just tell you this. If Not Like Us was botted and farmed and all of that, why is it still on the charts like that? You would think that it would have a successful heavy week and that it would just fall off. It's still on the charts. It was like number 23 last week. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And then all of this drama today, it pushed it back up the Apple Music charts. It's still gonna soar. Huh? In come the blessings pour. Drake, you is not the end all be all. You've been winning for so long using that light skin privilege, having that white Jewish mama. Huh? All right. So in seeking information, Drake's lawyers say that they already have enough evidence to pursue a claim for defamation against UMG, but that they might also lack on claims of a civil fraud and racketeering based on what they've discovered from this deposition. So you really trying to do this to your label? I hope UMG turn around and blam it on them. I hope that they do. Drake, you are PUSSY. Hip hop's Karen. All right. So they said that. So UMG and iHeartRadio did not immediately return requests for comment on the new filing. Lamar is not named as a respondent, and the filing is not legally accused of any wrongdoing. Universal Music Group did respond to yesterday's filing with the statement provided to Billboard. The suggestion that UMG would do anything to undermine any of the artists is offensive and untrue, the company said. We employ the highest ethical practices in our marketing and promotional campaigns. No amount of contrived and absurd legal arguments in this pre-action submission can mask the fact that fans chose the music that they wanted. Make me sick. You make me sick. Listen, I can't stress it enough. I want to just go over here real quick and bring this up as it pertains to Sheether with Remy Ma and showing you how real that. Listen, let me tell you something. They conflated Cardi B's number. They made her look like something more than that she really was, and she wasn't popping like that. She got all them streams and all that payola and all that radio playing. How many? She dropped eight songs this year. None of them songs went up. You can't tell me they ain't try to buy her success. Did you see Nicki getting mad and trying to file lawsuits against labels and stuff like that and doing stuff like that? No, she didn't do that. She didn't do it. Did you see Nicki do that when it came to Sheether and Remy saying all of this stuff in the records and stuff like that? That was damaging. We seen this girl thug it out. Nicki was on her own, and this is why I don't like her sticking up for y'all when shit be going on. I don't like her sticking up for y'all. Real talk. I can't tell her what to do. Y'all, that's Young Money. I guess she has ties to y'all, so she feels loyalty and connection and all of that, right? But no. Nicki held it down. She did her thing. She did her thing. She ain't sue nobody. It's hip hop. That's because she's really from Queens and she know how to do the thing. Drake, you ain't from round here. You don't know nothing about the culture. Now you setting the precedence and trying to sue somebody? Please. So I just want to say something that she said in here. So Remy said in a diss record to Nicki, she said, and I saw Meek at All Star. He told me that your ad dropped. He couldn't be intimate with you for months because your A dropped. Now I think you understand how bad her A got. Them implants in her A popped. It was like 90 days. He couldn't have the box. She's saying that, and I'm just going through it, calling her a trash box, saying that she had intimate relations with Gucci Mane, saying she had intimate relationships with Drake and Lil Wayne. Saying a lot of stuff in here, right? Saying a lot of things in here that she accused her of. Did you see her? And yo, let me just tell you this. I moved to Houston. I was here in Houston when Sheether came out, right? Everybody, even in the South, was just like, ooh, you heard what Remy said? And I knew that Nicki was my bitch and I was holding her down and I knew that she would rise. Still I rise, still I rise, still I won't. See my haters crack a smile. One day they'll remember this. One with nothing do I ever this. Did enough for the music biz. Yes, and you see her still here thriving. Why these others play conniving? They try to slip the knob in. Huh? Please, Nicki's still here. She's still here. So Nicki, in my opinion, has more balls than Drizzy. I'm looking at him like who is he? Huh? Listen, Azealia Banks chimed in as well, right? I want to read this because what she said, I felt like it was really good. Give me 1 second. All right, so Azealia Banks said this to Drake. Let's talk about it, right? She said, not Drake. Filing a lawsuit is peak biracial, my mama is white energy. Biracial people who have white mothers really embody the typical petty white tears, Karen, calling the cops, not like these other, she said, typical petty white tears, Karen calling the cops, not like these other Negroes signal like I'm white but black when it benefits me. Huh? Not like these other Negroes signal I'm white, but black when it benefits me. That's a fact. Hip hop junkie? Huh? You ain't no listen, you ain't true to the game. All right? When they have a black mom and a white dad, they are just normal color folks, right? So sidebar, when it happens, what happens if Spotify, UMG, and Interscope and iHeart all countersue Drake, right? How would it prove UMG and Spotify corroborated without having committed a cyber crime and hacked systems to get stone cold proof? All right. It's really such a messy game he's playing here. I hope he know he's officially handed his win to Kendrick. That's a fact. All right. Like there is no coming back from this. It's not. And listen, even she said it. It's the caucasity, the audacity, it's the tragedy. Huh? He wish he could reach the Kendrick capacity. He see me on the block and try to laugh at me. Huh? He want our soul. This is what he want. He want the soul of an African American person who been on this soil. Huh? That's what he want. He don't got it. And this is why he got to clinch the URL and try to get his bars up and try to clinch the J Prince and all of them to seem like he gangster. Get out of here. So he can't be complaining about being a pedo. He can't be complaining about being a pedo when he called his transgender uncle a woman, accused him of domestic abuse, and then made an extremely lowball statement about Kendrick freeing the slaves. Talk about it. I honestly didn't remember Kim calling Drake a pedo until he brought it back up. All Kendrick has to do is say that he is an author, and sometimes he has to say that he's an author, and sometimes authors are comedians, and they do it on the beat, right? Baby Shark definitely outdid both songs to an argument about popularity. He would be moot. So had this lawsuit gone out, she said, had this lawsuit gone out to just more justly, specifically accuse Spotify and UMG of inflation shit all across the board and sought payouts for everyone, it'd make more sense. But he's passing the blame on Kendrick hurting his feelings onto the beast level companies and cannot prove that he had any malicious intent to specifically harm him emotionally or financially, right? And I said, thank you. It's the caucasity, the audacity to try to commit this tragedy on hip hop, huh? Why Drake be fronting like he in the field with the grip pop? Why he be fronting like that? When he talking in all of these lives, when he was just on that live with that other QC, whatever, I hate his annoying voice. I know people like him who be upstate New York. That's what I'm saying. Like, when you lived a little bit, I'm 41. Drake is not too much younger than me, so don't try to call me old. Drake is what, 38? Huh? 41? Yeah. And I know people who act realer than him. He's not hip hop. I'm tired. And this is why I get sick when I see these people write these articles and they not of our culture and they silly, buffoonish idiots. You understand what I'm saying? Like, why are you in this game and you trying to cause all these lawsuits because you felt like you lost a battle? Huh? Get them herd like cattle? Listen, I'm about to wrap this up because I'm really upset about this and I just wanted to come drop this video. But Nicki Minaj, I want to shout you out. You got more heart than Drake. You more man than Drake. To be honest, I don't want to disrespect you like that, but you go harder than him. When all of the odds was against you, you stood strong. When the industry was against you, when Cardi B came in, we know that she got that forced radio play and had all this imaginary audience. She ain't got words of that now. Huh? Girl sat out for literally 7 years almost. Where's the audience at? Huh? Huh? I salute you, Nicki. Drake is a bitch. Drake is a bitch. He is. He is that. Potent, pondering, never pandering. Subscribe to this channel. Thumbs up the video. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think. And yeah, I'm up out of here. Peace.